Good morning, Crossroads South, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, January 21st, and today is, let me just double check so I don't tell you the wrong thing. I'm pulling up my own virtual principal's office. Today is a B day, and yesterday we were off for school for Martin Luther King Day. I put a quote up on the virtual principal's office, my favorite quote: intelligence plus character. That's the goal of education. And I want to talk a little bit about that quote, because a lot of times kids will say, like, I'm advanced in this and I'm advanced in that and I got perfect scores in this and I've got straight A's. But then they come and they ask for recommendations. And you know that all of the private high schools, colleges, outside organizations, they don't want just perfect scores. In fact, they don't really want perfect scores. They want a well-rounded student. But here's what the secret is. They ask what kind of student they are in terms of your character. Are you kind to others? Are you helping around the school? Are you involved in other activities? Are you involved in activities over the course of time? It's not just, hey, I did band for 1 year, or hey, I did this club for one time. It's, have you stayed the test of time? Have you stayed through and been in that club for a long time and maybe taken on a leadership role or led that club to something new and innovative? And again, they ask all the time, tell me, they say, rate this student in your school in terms of top 5% for being kind and respectful. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So think about that when you're holding a door open for somebody, or you're saying good morning, or you're making eye contact. Mr. Kimmick and I were having a conversation the other day about eye contact not happening. You see somebody and you say, good morning, how are you? All of those things matter. So just keep that in mind. And that is what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. meant all those years ago. It is not only about your academic and your intelligence, or your academics and your intelligence, but it's also who you are inside, that core values and your character and how you treat people when nobody's looking. So last week I told you that I was going to talk a little bit about survey data. You know, one of the main things that came out from students was that you don't talk nicely to each other when adults aren't around. And that came out huge. That means that a lot of you agree on that, and a lot of you felt safe in that survey, because it was anonymous, because I can't tell who said it, but a lot of you said the same thing of like, yeah, when adults aren't around, the language going back and forth is not nice. The things people say aren't nice. And there's a lot of people who, when Miss Capes is there, they're like, oh, hello, I'm so great. And then when you're not there, you're not so nice. Or when she's not there, you're not so nice. So keep that in mind. We're going to talk a little bit more about that and how we treat each other with kindness and respect, and how that matters, all tying back to the core of your character. All right, folks, yesterday was also a very special day in our country, because we had the peaceful transfer of power from one president to another. Hopefully you got to catch a little bit of the inauguration. I have something exciting to share. I love pomp and circumstance. I love tradition. But here is the exciting part. There, one of the Marines that was standing there at the celebration, all dressed up as part of the president's Marine group, is a former Crossroads South student. So very exciting, very proud. A few teachers recognized the student and sent pictures, and that's super duper exciting. So you never know where you might be one day. All right, I also have something exciting to share in terms of sports. So we had some upsetting losses on Friday and Thursday in terms of basketball. However, our wrestling team went off this weekend on Saturday. Excuse me for a minute. Still getting over this cough. They went out on Saturday to the GMCs, and we have several students who made it to finals. I'm going to share just so that we can all celebrate these students. Darnell R., 2nd place. Lucas A., 3rd place. Zach O., 4th place. Matt, I believe he's from North, 4th place. Hector S., 4th place. And John B., 4th place. Out of all those students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, 5 of the 6 were from Crossroads South. So huge cheers for all of our students. Great job, Coach Halsey and Coach McMahon. We're super proud of you and Mr. Carlson for his help, and we look forward to continuing our winter season. Now, keep in mind, spring season's coming up, and your forms are due very, very soon. So get on to the Parent Hub. All the sports forms are there. You have to get them into the nurse's office. It takes a long time for all those forms to be processed. So make sure if you want to participate in the spring season that you have your physical is up to date and all those sports forms are filled out by your doctor and sent in, okay? That concludes our morning announcements for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Please stand for the salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Have an awesome day, Crossroads.